Siemanko moi drodzy, witajcie z powrotem w Hogwarts Legacy. Dowiedzieliśmy się z tej księgi, że nie jesteśmy jacyś super wyjątkowi, bo już była taka osoba, która zaczęła naukę w Hogwarcie od 5 roku i też widziała te ślady starożytnej magii. I to wszystko jest powiązane z tymi goblinami, bo tych wspomnień szuka ten goblin zły, ten Ranrock, czy jakoś tak. Dostaliśmy multum różnych zadań teraz, będziemy mogli sobie zacząć jakieś zielarstwo chyba, eliksiry, więc no. Więc zobaczmy, co tutaj mamy do zrobienia. Misję. Dziewczyna z Ułagadu, to jest ta. Nationai w Dolnym Hogsfield. Właśnie. Możemy wyjść z Hogwartu i też ogromny jest teren poza Hogwartem, czego w ogóle wcześniej nie widziałem. Zajęcia z zielarstwa. Chodźmy najpierw na to zielarstwo, bo zielarstwo mnie interesuje.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small project.
Nie z tej strony. Nie tutaj. A co ty masz do powiedzenia?
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
No proste. Będziemy skromni.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case you are precisely the person I need. You see,
ale on z
we
mojej
were
chaty
learning to
jest.
repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Nie no.
They're
Pójdziemy tak.
adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows?
No
If
właśnie
the previous
niezbyt.
professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
To ich sam, skoro jesteś taki cwaniak.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Dobra. A mnie to na razie nie interesuje, na razie ja szukam
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
obrazków, szukam. Ile tu będzie jeszcze odkrywania, jak odblokujemy to zaklęcie Alohomora. Już tu są wszędzie jakieś drzwi do otwarcia zamknięte na kłódkę teraz i w Hogsmeade. A ile jeszcze jest poza zamkiem? Ja pierniczę. Superowo. O! Nowy portal. O wow, ale super szklarnia. Ale ładnie.
Revelio.
Kłódki i kłódki. Tutaj jakieś roślinki, mogę tam wejść? O,
I wish Hogwarts could teach us how to become animagi. They do it right.
dobra, Tędy tam nie wejdę. Dobra, no to lecimy na zajęcia. Z zielarstwa. O.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look
Siema.
forward to growing together.
Na pewno.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Aha.
Quickly, take your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Aha, i tyle z zielarstwa?
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
O,
You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
siemanko.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
No i
Let's see
dobra.
how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Gdzie jest
Nicholas
mój stół?
fancy or roses?
Dittany's
mój stół?
restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld
Lubię
potion,
stół
as
zielarski.
you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Dyptam. Okej.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll
Ah.
find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Kąsająca kapusta.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead. Nice
Okay.
work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have.
No
If
pewnie.
Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
A, denerwuje mnie ten typ. Na Sebastiana się pruje, do Sebastiana. Nie podoba mi się to. Cwaniakuje.
Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once.
Super
Don't worry.
kapusta.
Nurse Blake. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest. Look at
O
that.
kurde.
Chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Ty wracaj tu.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
No dobra.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Mogę to zebrać? O ty, Jezu.
Rebellion!
Coś tu jeszcze mogę zakosić? Biorę resztę. Dawaj. O, a tutaj kłódka.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Ale jeszcze rośnie.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to
Ja tu mam
blossom.
w tej grze do wszystkiego rękę.
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say, tend to
sumie
your
to nie wiem, czemu
plants
tak
and
powiedziałem.
they'll tend to you.
W sumie to interesują
Well, I
mnie te
suppose
wszystkie...
that's everything. Do come
No.
by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking
wywary.
in with my new students.
Jakie będzie można zrobić z tego? Eliksiry? No dobra, powiedziało się. Dobra, pójdziemy na zajęcia z eliksirów.
Greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Siema. O, tutaj zajęcia z eliksirów, blisko. Fajnie. No to zaczynamy.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Aha, no to zaczynamy.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet
Skromny
you.
chłopak.
Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
No zobaczymy, co będzie z tego.
Keep your potion stations organized and...
No nie wiem, wygląda dość okazale to pióro. No trudno. A, ja już mam.
Precision is key when brewing potions.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Didney or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Sok z chrobotka.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd.
O, będą dymy.
What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Oh!
this time? What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Aha. Zdolnie, aha. Co on się... What the fuck?
Wasn't expecting that literally to blow up in my face. It was rather brilliant, though.
No,
I'd better
świetne.
clean up. You should finish brewing your potion if you haven't already.
No czekam. O, zrobił się.
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Uh-oh. No, to byłoby do przewidzenia, że to się tak skończy.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Okej. Czy będę sobie mógł w jakimś swoim
I
miejscu...
think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Będę mógł sobie w swoim... Będę mógł sobie w swoim tym? No i co tam?
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
No jasne. Siema.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
No lepiej nie. Zobaczymy, o co chodzi z tym korytarzem.
Revelio.
Aha, i gdzieś tu? O, ukryty korytarz zielarstwa i wejdź do niego. O kurde.
Revelio.
Siema. Ale fajne.
Accio. Revelio.
To są szminoryki. Latające insekty produkujące, wywołujące melancholię syrop. Żywią się pokrzywami i gniazda zakładają w ciemnych, odosobionych miejscach. Okej. Gdzieś tutaj powinno być... Aha, na dole.
Revelio.
A o co w tym chodzi?
These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
Użyj. Czemu nie mogę użyć? Dobra.
Incendio.
No to łatwo znaleźliśmy ten korytarz. O kurde.
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor.
Aha, tu jest wyjście, tak? A to mogę
Incendio.
podpalić.
Devil's snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
A, było.
Incendio.
Tu nic nie ma więcej. Gniazda wyposażenia są pełne. Trzeba się czegoś pozbyć. Czekaj, miałem dużo tych. Diamentowy strój. Dobra. O kurde.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos.
Oho.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Lumos.
Okej. A tam jeszcze coś było. I tu coś jest.
Incendio. Lumos.
O nie!
Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Revelio.
Dobra, wywalimy jeszcze jedną rzecz. Gogle do Quidditcha.
Lumos.
O.
Revelio.
Kurde, znowu pełne mam wszystko. Ale trzeba tu wrócić. A co to u góry? Hajsik? Tutaj? Dobrze, idę. Chyba tak.
Revelio.
I've been sending out my mother.
Dobrze, idę.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
A już tu byłem.
Accio.
Nie ma tu nic. Dobra.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Tak, stary.
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
W dupę
Now
mam.
that I think about it, Puffskein Dunkeen, I think I shall keep this. You need to overcome your cowardice.
You can't be serious. This is awful. I don't know what to do now.
I'm doing you a favor. Disappointment like this will encourage you to become a stronger person.
I don't need to be stronger. I need to be left alone. Even Zenobia Noak will make fun of me now. You've wasted my time. You're not who I thought you were. Should never have trusted you.
Nie lubię takiego. Głupi. Dupie go mam.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Chcesz wstać w mordę?
Don't get too cocky just because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
Incendio!
Be careful, won't you?
Sam uważaj. Kurde, pyskaty jesteś. To lecimy. Do... jak ona ma? Nati Onai. Ło. Co to?
Revelio.
O, a mogę konika sobie wziąć? Chyba mogę. A tu nie mogę wejść oczywiście. Chyba nie mogę wsiąść. To z buta lecimy. Okej. Mogę tu wejść? Mogę.
Revelio.
Sowiarnia, aha. A tak, wszystko pełne mam. Aha, to jest po prostu obsrany parapet.
Revelio.
Okej. Daleko, daleko. Kurde, sobie wybrałem miejsce. O! Jestem.
Wonder who lives here.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Będą dymy.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Aha. Tutaj ktoś ma... O, będą dymy!
They must have come this way. Think!
Ale ich
I've
rozwalę.
no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
I see you.
O kurde.
Do this all day.
Leviosa. Accio.
Look what you've done.
O kurde.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Okej.
Tango! Nice drive! Producto!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take it.
Accio.
O kurde.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
You're easier to spot than an eruption.
Teraz dostanę łomot.
Aha! Back for more. I hate heights. Impressive.
Incendio.
Auć.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Cowards! Going up!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
You?
Co? Tyle?
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Dobrze. Nogi.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Okay.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Ciekawe.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
No dobra, sprawdzimy, czy ta teoria ma sens.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Revelio.
No, gdzie tu? Czy tu? A, okej. Whoa.
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted.
Incendio.
I am curious about these pyres.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
I tutaj siup.
That's that. Settled.
Ależ tos.
Yes, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Tyle?
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Miło mi poznać,
And do
dziękuję.
be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Very nice. Oho, szybko się zwinęła. Każde wyzwanie nie zdążę przydać. No dobrze, moi drodzy, myślę, że tutaj sobie skończymy. I oczywiście dalsza część w następnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się. O, sorry.
I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
No to wiem, co robię w następnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się, do zobaczenia, no i cześć.